Let's have a look at the rain as it moves east, because this whole system, when it brings in those cooler temperatures, gets all the way to the east coast and will go offshore. This is kind of our pregame. This is not the big show. That's going to happen later tonight into the overnight hours. But there's a potential for a little bit of hail in some of these storms that are rumbling through Kentucky. You can see the lightning associated with them and the rain that's coming down with them as well. That is going to give way to the big system that's going to drop all of these temperatures, more record-setting temperatures for us. As we go through the overnight hours, the rain comes in. I mean, Chicago, we go from the 70s dropping down very much so. A lot of people dropping 50 to 60 degrees. The potential for some flooding. And I think this will be very localized with some of these storms, and the same as we head into tomorrow morning through Thursday. But there is everything kind of moving east. So we're going to go Chicago. We're going to see like a 40-degree temperature difference with our highs, even though what's going to be really confusing for some is it's going to be nice and warm in the morning, and then the front's going to come through and your temperatures are going to cool off tomorrow. So you might have your high at like 3 in the morning or 6 in the morning, and then temperatures are going to fall through the day depending on where you are as this front goes through. 1 to 2 inches of rain for us here. And there's that cold air coming in. Look at Syracuse, 64 down to 21. It's a shock. It's like jumping from, the hot tub into the pool. Your body's like, what just happened? 3 to 5 inches there into Syracuse. And the winds are also going to be a big deal for us here. We could see them gusting to 50 miles an hour as the system goes through. Those are synoptic scale winds. That's just the low pressure overall, not the actual thunderstorm winds. So we're kind of getting it from 2 different ways as this blows on through. So keep that in mind as well. And this wind is going to make these teens feel like it's about 0 degrees, depending on how gusty it is. And on top of that, with the rain, forget it. It's going to be miserable, Jim, in a lot of places.
I mean, that's just the temperature on your thermometer.
Welcome back to America's Morning Headquarters. Parts of the Midwest are facing a dangerous triple threat that begins late today, stretches into the overnight hours. There is a chance for hail 2 inches or greater, I should say, across a 500-mile swath from southeastern Missouri into Detroit. Also, tornadoes. They could strike cities like Chicago, Indianapolis, and Louisville. And then we also just have the system itself giving us extremely strong winds. This is what you call synoptic scale winds. That would be the whole low pressure. That's the synoptic scale opposed to mesoscale, which is a lot smaller, when you're talking about thunderstorms and whatnot. But this is the big system giving us the potential for power outages and trees to be taken down as well. Jim, it's actually the upper Midwest and northern plains that start with these strong winds. They get all the way into the Northeast.
Yeah, they do.
Well, the so-called climate grannies have been fighting the good fight since before most activists were even born.
And these seniors are making moves to protect the planet for future generations. Let's welcome in Jennifer Chandler from Elders Climate Action. Jennifer, thanks for being with us today. First of all, we want to clarify, it's okay to call your group the climate grannies, right?
Well, we're grandpa.
So we can
100%.
feel your passion,
Yes,
and we
we
like
can.
that. We like that a lot. Thank you so much.
Man, it's so cool to hear, multi-generations trying to see
That's
what's
the cool
happening
thing.
and doing something.
Bonding with the younger generations, though, too, and your, age group,
Yeah.
something that you can really get on with.
All right, we do need to get a weather update from Felicia. She's been kind of breaking down the winter side of this system, plus the, spring/summer side of this system.
Yeah, spring-like severe weather with this front blasting through. Want to make sure we're touching on this lots of Wednesday morning, so you guys, it's one thing when you have that daytime threat, completely different thing when people are going to bed, you're disoriented, things like that.
Appreciate the update.
Thanks. Well, group chat for whale watchers is making a big splash in the Pacific.
We're celebrating Black History Month by highlighting African Americans who are making history right now in the world of science, climate, and environmental studies.
You can find stories like this all month long right here on Pattern. The smile with the tornadoes in the background, right?
I've never
That's
had
that
a
money
chance to
shot.
take
I
that
haven't
shot.
either. I haven't either.
A one-of-a-kind app is allowing people living near the Puget Sound to take in stunning sights of endangered resident orcas while also raising awareness about their plight.
Here's a closer look. Here's a closer look at the group's effort that's underway to motivate hundreds of whale watchers to learn about killer whales and how to protect them.
Absolutely stunning to see those things if you get the chance to. All right, let's get a weather update from Felicia, checking in on the big wind field that this thing has.
Guys, this system is just cranking out the severe storms, the winter weather, and the wind.
guys,
This is such a dynamic system, whether it's the high wind warnings, the severe weather, the winter weather. You want to pay attention to this one.
My
After like the
goodness.
90s and triple digits yesterday in
Right.
Texas, to be like,
I know.
oh, I can finally breathe again.
Yeah.
Exactly. Felicia,
Easy.
thank you. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Pattern, just when you thought it couldn't get any
Should we
worse.
start calling your eggs Jordan's trash eggs?
Yeah, just put whatever you want in it. They're
Yeah.
delicious. I would do that.